Welcome back to the First Ladies November episode 2024. I don't know why I said 2024. Chronologically speaking, maybe somebody will go back. Yeah.
I think 2024 is
Who
a
cares
good
about the timestamp?
Yeah, we need to have that information.
I'm your host, Larra.
And I'm Tiffany.
I'm Mr. Russo.
Vito's been here before.
We're here with Vito, Mr. Russo.
That's fancy.
It is fancy.
I actually tried to text you as tell Vito Russo, like I have another Vito in my phone. I don't. And then somebody else had the last name Russo, and it picked up and group texted. So if you have a group text with somebody you don't know, that's why.
There's a lot of Russos.
Well, you're the one and only. So before we get started, I'll tell you guys a little bit about the change up of the podcast. First, I'm going to have Vito eat the mic a little bit more. If you move that closer while I'm telling our guests what's going on here. So we are going to be highlighting 3 events going on in the upcoming month, obviously November. And we want to make sure that you guys get all the details. Vito and I have had a great conversation, but I needed to know more. And so Vito is collaborating with us to talk about Porchfest. We're also going to highlight the Craft Beer Festival in Palatka, and we've got another one coming up as well. But let's start off with talking to you, Vito.
Yes.
So thanks for coming back.
Well, you're very kind for inviting me back.
No, I mean, you didn't have a choice. I was gonna stalk you till you came back because have you been to Porchfest?
Oh, I love Porchfest. Now, I'm obnoxious at Porchfest
Go on.
because
Really?
I am, because we bring our golf carts.
Well, golf carts are welcome.
We trailer our golf carts from East Palatka all the way across, and we are like a little golf cart convoy going through Porchfest.
Well, I'm glad you're trailing them rather than driving them over.
I've seen Wilder come over
Absolutely.
the bridge. Just
Absolutely.
saying.
That'd be risky business.
Right, absolutely, it would be. But yeah, we love Porchfest, and I'm a little bit sad this year. I've got another engagement, and I don't think I'm going to be able to make it.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I know, it'll be my first one
I'll cover
that I've
that.
missed.
I'll take care of that. I do not have a golf cart, but my legs do just fine.
Right.
And you've got the music all lined out, right?
Yeah, we have 15 bands.
15
And,
bands.
and
bands.
this year, amazing. Well, we always rotate these bands to give other bands opportunity to participate. And as it turns out, this year of the 15 bands, 10 of them, 10 turn out to be brand spanking new to us.
Dang,
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 10.
Wow.
That was kind of surprising to me that we had that big of a turnover.
Right.
Now, did they reach out to you? How did you get these 10?
A lot of bands do reach out. Sometimes I start searching for the bands that are not as common, a genre that is not as
Right.
common.
I dig that.
Like Fat Chance getting a Cajun Zydeco band or a Celtic band.
Right, absolutely.
Right. And last time we had the interview, the Celtic band that we had for like 4 years in a row, which we've rotated out this year, Citra, Florida. That's the little town that I couldn't remember before. Citra,
Oh,
Florida.
I got that wrong.
So
10 to 10. Because we weren't talking about the Celtic band. I think we were talking about the Zydeco band. I don't know what it is, but I looked it up.
was a Zydeco band.
Yeah, and wherever they were from, I put it in there. So go back, look below. The podcast is there. You can fact check me. I know it wasn't Citra that I did that. So my bad.
It's all
I
right.
just went to
It's
Citra
all right.
2 days ago.
No, I don't even know where Citra is.
So,
I
yes.
spend an awful lot of time in Citra.
That's
Have
for
you?
another podcast.
As I drive through it,
Right?
right?
They have a really nice baseball, softball facility. And of course,
Okay.
my
Really?
kids. Very nice.
Oh, super.
Well, it was donated by the Wrigleys, as in Wrigley
What?
Field,
Wrigley
Wrigley chewing
bubblegum,
gum.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Very cool.
in Citra,
I
Florida.
wonder,
In
I wonder
Citra,
how
Florida.
what their connection is to the Citra.
The Miss D, she was a horse person, or is a horse person, and so of course Ocala's big horses, and so
Yeah.
somehow that's what I know.
All right.
That's good enough.
That's probably a connection.
Yeah.
All right. Horse farms.
We'll
Yeah.
go with it.
Horse
It
ranch.
sounded legit. I like it.
It is. I'm weird. I like history.
Sounds like Occam's razor. Yeah.
So, the bands that you have, and you talk about genres, like what kind of genres do you have? Well, just tell us the bands and what genres they
Well,
are.
Give us a
I've got to
rundown.
put my glasses on to read the chart.
Relatable.
Okay, so we have, like I said, a whole wide genre. So I mean, obviously we got the blues, and we have bluegrass, obviously, but we have rock and roll. We've got the island music of
Reggae?
just passed away.
I
Trivia.
You can make it up,
I
and
don't
I
know.
believe you.
No, it'll come to me.
Okay.
It'll come to me.
And if not,
Uh,
you're telling us what kind anyway.
So we got hip hop, and we're gonna have flamenco. We got Hispanic music, and I think what's jazz, of course, swing music. But we do have really one interesting twist
okay.
to this year's music festival that I have never seen at any other Porchfest, and that is we're bringing in an Elvis.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So we have an Elvis
Yes.
impersonator. So if you go to our website, I
Down below.
searched out pictures of Elvis, and I have a picture of Elvis on the page with all the other musicians. So we have an
Oh
Elvis
my
impersonator,
gosh.
and so I reached out to all the bands and I asked them if they have any Elvis tunes. And sure enough, we got about half a dozen of the 15. I think we got about 6 or so that do Elvis tunes. So I asked them to be accommodating to Elvis if he approaches the
Oh
porch
my gosh.
to interact with the band and interact with the audience. So,
Can I ask one thing?
yeah,
Just one.
yeah.
Can we please do like an iconic, like the whole, like with the microphone,
Well, I'm
like
sure that
stance, and then we could take a picture on Porchfest and recreate that iconic.
if you
moment?
want, he'll take a picture with you.
I mean, absolutely. Yes.
Because he'll be walking the streets and he'll be accommodating. He'll be part of the meet and greet kind of thing.
Love
love
this.
that.
Yeah, so we're bringing in Elvis, and it wasn't my idea. It was one of our neighbors, one of the neighbors'
10.
ideas. Yeah,
Great neighbors.
Yeah,
That's what I love
absolutely.
about this community.
yeah. So it's Porchfest is definitely a community effort.
Yeah,
For
I dig
sure.
it.
Yeah, it's-
That
Yes.
sounds exciting. I think we talked about it last time. Like maybe like a little harder rock.
Oh yeah.
One
So
day?
I'll do some researching, and we'll bring in some heavy metal next year.
Yeah, I got a great band that I'll share with you, and then maybe if we can get them, I don't want to put them on the spot,
Yeah.
but anyway,
I mean, you could, and then
yeah.
but
Well,
okay.
Well,
No.
I'll get there.
Okay.
That was super awkward exchange. Like I have some secret agenda under here.
Everybody
We got
seems to
bands.
these
We got
days.
Elvis, and Elvis makes me think of peanut butter and jelly and bananas.
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, bananas,
Fried?
yeah, peanut butter,
Fried.
jelly.
Yeah.
Peanut
Yeah.
butter and bananas. I don't think there was any jelly on it.
Mhm.
That would have been delicious.
I don't
though.
think so.
Oh, and
Um,
bologna. He was big fried bologna
Okay.
Country boy.
sandwiches.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that makes me think of food, and I
Mhm.
know you got food coming. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. So we have a big wide variety of the food coming. We have the big homie. Big homie's going to bring some Mystic pretzels and
Oh, he's the
Mystic Ice. You've
best.
seen him all around.
Oh yeah,
He's always at the events.
he's wonderful.
And we're going to have some burgers and wings with the Soul Food Depot. We're going to have hot dogs with Shiloh's Hot Dogs. We're going to have seafood with Biz Fried Crabs.
My mouth is watering right now.
And James Liggett, this will be his 3rd year coming. I told a story about
Oh,
James
the guy
Liggett.
who just drug his stuff up.
Yeah,
and
the guy
snuck
just
in.
showed up 2 years
Yeah, he's
ago.
honorary.
And he'll be there, and he'll have some mouth-watering barbecue. Jerk chicken print out.
That is why he gets to come back every year,
Right,
right?
because he
It's
did a
the
good
food.
job.
Yeah, it's too good.
You can win my heart with food too.
And we have some dessert. We have
Oh.
Cakes by Gladys.
Cakes.
So-
familiar.
Cakes by Gladys. She was at the. I bumped into her food vending truck at the Big Homie had an event over at the Hank Bryan's Park.
Yes.
Labor of Love.
Yes. Yes.
That's where I bumped into Gladys.
wonderful.
So we're going to bring her in, and so there's a variety. And there's 6.
That's a
lot of
good variety.
That's enough.
food.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
enough.
So now, are you sticking to one street this year like you did last year, or are you doing multiples?
We're going to use the same configuration we did last
Okay.
year. So
I really liked last year's.
So since the city sold Hammock Hall Community Center unnecessarily,
Mm-hmm.
Jab.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yes, that's
Okay.
I'm not telling you how I really feel.
Right.
Anything.
Thank you for that. I like having this podcast.
This is PG, right?
Right.
Just a small little jab.
So it's really unfortunate. But that was the center of the festival. So after that's not available, we reconfigured it at the last minute last year. Me and Bill Rulon, we walked the neighborhood and we thought, well, can we reconfigure it? So we did, and it turned out it really worked pretty
Where
good,
there's
actually.
a will, there's a way.
Yeah,
A blessing in disguise.
That's exactly right. That American can-do attitude. That's
Yep.
something that flows through my blood. through my veins. I'm telling you right now. I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. So we reconfigured it last year, and we centered it on the Grand Gables porch. It's the biggest one in town.
I love that place.
Mhm.
Hell, it's the biggest one in the county. It's the most beautiful house in the county.
So
It's gorgeous. That
on-
porch is amazing.
that whole place is incredible. Soon, within the next few months, you guys will be able to see a series where I got a tour of the whole house.
Oh, really? Super.
Including a
The
bonus video.
basement.
But you can't hear about it now. So that's going to be a great
It's
spot to land.
Yeah, that Mrs. Palassier restored that house,
She
and
did.
she must have opened up her wallet to do it because it's beautiful.
It's
Stunning.
gorgeous.
But a lot like we're gonna side tangent real quick, but like they have the pocket doors in there and they're 3-panel. So it's a 3-panel and a 3-panel. You can watch the video when it comes out. But those are original.
Right.
And to replace one door is like I think over $15,000.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thankfully that made it through and she didn't have to replace that. But no, it is breathtaking.
yeah, it's a wonderful house. So that's the center of the festival. It worked out really well last year. We brought in a tower light to light up the intersection, and it's a beautiful porch to play music on. So the opening act is on that porch.
Okay.
And well, the way the music festival is structured, this will domino into that. So the music festival opens up with just one band.
At what time?
The music festival starts at 11.
Okay.
And so they'll go to just the one band will play 90 minutes. They'll go to 12:30.
Wow.
Go to 12:30. So then at 12:30, the neighborhood music will explode. And so we'll have about, I guess maybe 7 bands playing the first session.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way we structure it. The music, Palatka Porchfest structured it. So we have the opening act, just one band at Hammock at the Grand Gables.
Right.
And then they'll play 90 minutes. At 12:30, we'll have 7 bands starting playing in the neighborhood. Now that'll be along Emmett Street and then back towards the river.
Okay.
Because like we were touching upon earlier, we have kind of shrunk it down in order to have a cost savings.
Sure. Makes sense.
So the first session runs 12:30 to 2:30. Then they'll shut down, and then we'll have a second session start up. Another 6 or 7 bands will start, and they'll play from 2:30 to 4:30. That's the second session. That ends, and then we have a half-hour delay to get the crowd back up at Grand Gables for the headliner, who runs between 5 and 7. And we're going to keep it that way. That we think that structure really works
I
out
dig that.
really well.
Yeah.
Because it helps. Because one thing we're trying to do is create some synergy with the downtown bars and restaurants.
Right.
So if we shut
Much
down at
appreciated.
7 rather than going to 9,
Right.
right? So that gives the downtown bars and restaurants like Velchoff's, the Azalea City Brewery, Maria Chili's, Steamboat Willie's, their live music will kick in right at 7:30. And let me forget Uncork and Unwind.
Yep.
They got music. And they'll kick in. And so anyway, we'll try to transition the crowd.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that
me too.
you are taking it from
Thinking of others.
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
Putting the unity in community.
Yes. That's a good way of putting it.
And
Yeah, I've
we-
never heard that before.
We
Yeah.
usually do that.
Trademarked.
We'll do
It's not
the Porch Fest. We'll stop at the Tillman House, grab some gifts at the
Tillman
Tillman
House. We have music on the Tillman
They'll-
House. Yeah.
and they'll be open selling typically, I assume. And then after that, after the music is over, we'll stop at Unwind, hang out there for a little bit, and then we go to Steamboats and hang out there for a little bit, and then it's time to go home because we're old.
You don't look old.
Oh, thanks.
Take that, you can get it, girl. I'm again super excited about that. I love the whole concept. Do you want to show the swag that you have?
Yes, we are. This is our 6th year. Now I'm going to plug the mayor. Robbie Correa brought the concept of Palatka Porchfest to our community,
Right.
and she did it back in 2015 with the help of the Art Council.
Okay.
But there was a really finite budget. They didn't have much of a budget, and so it was really downsized. It really wasn't very big. I think there was only like 5 bands, and there's very little advertisement and stuff. So when I became president of the neighborhood association, we took over the festival, and so this is our 6th year.
That's crazy.
So So we have good common sense. So we make decisions. We see how the festival
Not to
runs.
toot your own horn, right?
We try to use our common sense. Or we're all rookies initially,
Oh yeah.
but we debrief after the festival.
So important.
Yeah. So we see what we did well, what we improve upon, and we make some changes. And so every year it gets better and better. So the festival has evolved over time, and this is our 6th year. So we are now pretty comfortable with all the other details of the festival. So
Right.
we are bringing in merchandise.
Show us.
This year. Yes, we're bringing in merchandise this year for the first time.
I'm seeing that hat over there that I am in love with.
I have to tell you, I guess bucket hats.
Yeah, it's
here
a
we
bucket
are.
hat.
Bucket hats are making a comeback because the craft beer festival also has bucket
That
hats.
is so
You
cute.
could have
Hold
a
on.
whole collection.
Let's see.
Yes,
A bucket hat,
queen.
Gilligan's hat.
I love
You're-
it.
You killed that.
And the RCP just had that Gilligan's
That's
Island
so
play.
Cute.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, which I didn't get tickets to because it was sold out.
Yes, they sold that
Well
out,
done.
yeah.
I
So
love that.
Cute.
So
You
well,
can't see this, but I will take a picture
yes, okay.
and let you guys see.
So and we're having T-shirts. So we're having the bucket hats and the T-shirts. I'm not sure how it's going to show up on the camera,
I'll
but
take
we're going to
pictures. We'll
have
drop them in.
blue.
Here, let me hold it.
We're going to have
and
blue,
then-
and we're going to have white.
Ta-da.
Love these.
I
Who designed
love
these?
This.
As a matter of fact, I was going to definitely plug the artist that created the logos and our poster. I don't have a picture of the poster, but
That's
that's
just,
Don Kite. He is part of
yeah.
the
Gathering artist of Putnam.
Gathering Artists of Putnam.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I'll take your thunder. Don't worry.
Yes, thank you for saying that because I was struggling on the G.
Yeah.
Was the Greater Putman Gathering Artists of Putman, right?
These are amazing.
Yeah,
So
these
he-
are great, and they're soft. They're Canva,
so wonderful.
so they're super.
Yes,
super
those are not the
good.
cheap
right there.
T-shirts.
No,
Yeah.
they're not cheap T-shirts.
So-
We'll just leave that back there. So.
Yes, right. So
I think
that-
it just got absconded.
That's amazing. I'm super excited. Yeah, those are
super
great.
cute.
So you guys be sure you head over. We're going to highlight a couple more events, but this is one you don't want to miss.
it's a beautiful community event.
Number 6, right? 6
This
years.
is our
number
6th year. It's
6
always
year.
the first Saturday of December.
First Saturday, December. Mark your calendars. Put a repeat for every year.
Every year, yes.
Unless Vito says otherwise.
No, it's
or
always Saturday.
nobody can take
No,
over
no.
for Vito, but whatever.
It's this year's December 7th.
December 7th.
Mhm.
All right.
Right.
Well, we hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, you're very
Yeah,
kind
it's
for inviting
wonderful.
me back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Last time we talked about going out and about and enjoying these events. And you were on a hiatus.
I was. I
You
had a
were.
lot going on, not in Putnam County last month,
Right.
and so I'm very excited. I got to do some things.
Oh, girl.
Yay!
Yes. I didn't. I did. I have spent a lot of time in Putnam County,
Right.
but I have not come up for air with. But we actually did travel out of state last weekend for
Where'd you go?
for Juliet's birthday. She went and saw a YouTuber, so
Oh,
that was
I
super
heard
cool.
y'all were gonna do that.
Yeah, so
super fun.
Yeah, it was, and then like maybe we could do a Tiffany and Larra tour. What?
How fun would that be?
Would be amazing. I'm sure people would pay to see us
Absolutely,
live, right?
they
would. And then the weekend before that, Young Love,
Oh, you were just telling
young,
me.
unlicensed, no vehicle love.
So you were a chauffeur.
I was, and we were around Putnam County. I did I'm going to throw this in there. So the gentleman my daughter is dating, very amazing young man, love him tons, and he came down and they were going to walk around the riverfront while I was working, and then I had to go downtown, and the Gathering Artists of Putnam was doing their show.
Right.
But it was the one where they had like the community comes in and votes on the favorite.
Oh, right.
and so and then every time I'm down at Lemon Street Market, Mercantile, really, right?
I think it's
Lemon
I don't
Street
know.
Mercantile, Robbie's Place.
Robbie's place.
Lemon Street Market. That's what I'm going with. I always go in there and I get a cheese stick and a ginger beer.
Mm-hmm.
Always, and it's just my thing. And then I had to go into Atmosphere Day Spa. Thanks for being a partner, by the way, Kelly. Appreciate you. And I took the kids with me, and they wanted to sit in the car. I was like, "We're getting cultured today." So
Absolutely.
they started off with petting the cat at Robbie's
Oh,
with
love it.
Dodge.
Yes.
His name's Dodge. I
Yes.
think she found him on Dodge Street, or I just made that up.
I think you're correct on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems right.
Anyway, he's so sweet, and my daughter loves cats. She's like the cat whisperer. So they went and did that with me. Then I made them go judge paintings with me at the Gathering Artist of Putnam. And then I did let them sit in the car on my next stop, but that was just in
I
and out.
love that you drug them around like that.
They love it too, Tiffany.
You
Love
talked
it.
about the ginger beer at Lemon Street last time, and I still haven't gone down to get a ginger beer.
You're missing out.
I am.
It
I am.
is.
I'm going to have to make that a point next week. Don't hold my feet to the fire.
If in 1 month I remember this conversation, so far statistically,
It's not going to happen.
not working in my favor. But anyway, so tell us what you did last month.
Oh, I did a lot. So I got a random text from some random number saying that Dillard's was at the hospital, which I don't know if y'all are aware of what it happens at the hospital. So,
Like Dillard's?
Dillard's, yes,
Like
as
the
in
store?
the department store.
Okay.
Yes,
You
they
got me.
do a pop-up boutique at the hospital, and it's a fundraiser for the hospital. So I somehow have managed to get on their texting list, which makes me very happy. So I got
Right.
that in the morning. I was getting ready for the day, and it popped up, and I'm like, what? Absolutely. So I went to that. It's always a good time. This year was a little bit smaller than in past years, but
But what'd you get?
actually, I didn't get anything.
But you went and supported.
I did. I went and supported, and Heart and Soul Food had their food truck out there.
I appreciate all that
Yes,
he does.
everything that Tyrone
gosh,
does.
yes.
Absolutely. And he has a passion for Palatka.
Oh my gosh.
He really
yes.
does. And I appreciate that.
And I think I saw that he was like during the storms, he was out helping
Yes.
feed people. So
Well, and I think he went to the Carolinas to help
Yes.
feed people.
shout out to Heart and Soul Eatery. Yeah.
Eatery and food truck, I
Yeah.
think.
He's got a food
Yes.
truck and he's got a storefront.
Storefront. He's fabulous. We
Yeah.
love him. So we did that. Oh, I did. I went to the dinner theater, Death on the Rocks.
Tell me everything.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. It was at the Westminster, and so we show up. There was a lot of people in costumes. I failed. I did not come up with a
I'm
costume,
disappointed in you.
as you should be.
Did you take a picture while you were there? At either?
Nope.
All right. So
Nope.
we
no
got to hold her
pictures.
accountable.
I'm terrible.
The time
Terrible.
is nigh.
The
The people want to see
they
what you're
do.
doing.
They do. Okay, I'm going to get better. I'm going to get
Excellent.
better.
I want to see what you're
Yeah.
doing.
In fact, I have been to three of my daughter's softball games and realized three or four and realized last night I've not taken a single picture.
But I guess that also means you're living.
Right, I am.
I
I'm
appreciate that.
trying to be very in the moment and involved.
I need a balance.
But
One
I
right
need
when
my
you get
own
there.
personal photographer just following me around.
That's called paparazzi.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, cool. any stalker paparazzi out there?
Absolutely.
Looking for Tiffany. She
Come find
welcomes
me.
it. So tell me about
it was a great event. We showed up as you're walking through the doors. They had their prison guard costumes on, so
Yes.
that's good. And then they're handing champagne to you, prosecco, as you're walking through the door. So you get your prosecco. They escort you to your table, and then you can get up and wander around before everything starts. Then everybody sits down. They gave us a synopsis of the food that we were going to be eating, which was very delicious.
That was my
Yes.
second most important question, maybe first.
It was good. My husband, I got him the chicken, and I went with the vegetarian. I'm strange about chicken. So
I get it.
It was a Brussels sprout thing. You win me with
Oh.
Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprouts.
I didn't until they were cooked right.
Right.
And I
Yes.
feel like that is everybody's argument when you're like,
Absolutely.
I don't like Brussels sprouts.
Right.
Have you had them cooked right?
Have you? It's same with fish. It's too
Yes.
fishy. Well, then you haven't had it cooked right.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree. So it was excellent. And then they had a wine pairing with your meal. And it was 5 courses. Right.
Roll me out of there.
Right. So they did a good job with portion control. Like, I didn't feel overly full. I didn't feel like there was all of this food. I felt perfect.
Satiated.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And so it was a different wine with every course.
DD me out of there.
Right. So that was lovely. And then the play was a lot of fun. And it's funny because we're sitting there at our group. And so it's six people to a table. And the other couple there was one other couple at our table, and they were there with us, or we were there together, I guess I should say. And then there were double date. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then there were two individual people there at our table, and
A third wheel for each couple.
exactly. Well, there was one guy at our table, and there was just something, like, because we're all talking and interacting, and he's talking and interacting, but I just had a feeling. And so I leaned over to my husband and I said, he did it. And my husband's like, what? And I said, he's the killer. And of course my husband's like, okay, great. Yeah, he's the killer. He's immediately on board. And so then Alicia, who was the couple that came along with us, she's like, what are y'all talking about? And so I leaned over and I said, he's the killer. So she leans over and tells her husband. So now we're all conspiring that this guy is the killer. And so the play continues on, and he was not the killer, but
Womp womp.
he was in fact involved in the play.
In the court of law,
Right.
You are equally responsible.
Exactly.
So you did well.
I did.
Yeah,
I was really
love
proud
that.
of myself.
Yeah.
Toot toot.
That sounds like super, super fun.
It was.
I can't wait for the next one. 'Cause
I know. I'm
really
very
wanna do
excited
that.
about the
So,
next one. And then, the wine, or not the wine stroll. The wine stroll is great. That actually will be coming this weekend. So we're talking about us attending the wine stroll. Are you going to be able to attend the wine stroll?
I'm going to try, but we talked about in last episode, if you haven't watched it, be sure you go back. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
Please subscribe.
Listen, people, I see the numbers. I see you watching. I appreciate that. 10 and 10.
We need
but
to
hit that subscribe button. Like it. Comment. And I also I love all the positive feedback on the
Yes.
Facebook post. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Do it on the YouTube too.
On the YouTube.
Let us know if
We
you like
need
this.
all the things.
Let us know what you want to hear about.
Yep.
Anyway, that's my spiel. But last time we were talking about on the 26th, which is coming up this weekend. Well, I've already passed. What is everybody doing? Everybody said the 26th sounds
smokes.
great. We're going to have the wine stroll. We're going to have the Daddle Pepper Festival. I do love that you can go from Daddle to wine stroll.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
Absolutely. It's a
There's
full
the
day
Witches
of downtown.
Paddle in Melrose. And then there's definitively something else on the 26th. But that was one episode ago.
Mhm.
I'm like, I remember
Yeah.
yesterday or this morning.
So we're just going to say we definitely had a good time at the wine stroll.
Oh, we already know.
We
already
know. We know.
And then I'm staring off into the distance because we make notes. Plot twist. We'll do it behind the scenes one day.
But what I meant to say also was the Halloween night market at the brewery. Always a good time. That was the 19th. Lots of
What do they
great
do?
vendors.
It's like just a themed night market.
Themey, but really just more of a fall night market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's a great time.
We don't really have fall here, so Halloween works.
Halloween works.
Yeah.
Exactly. No. Yes, somebody told me that I was dressed very bright for fall today. And I'm like, well, but is it really fall? I mean, I know on the calendar it says
Yeah,
that.
I was a little tacky with
It's a
my
little
sweater
hot.
on. So anyway. Well, that's thank you for going out.
Yeah.
We're going to hold Tiffany accountable to taking photos.
Yes, I'll do better. I'll
Okay.
do better.
We will. And if not, I have empty threats right now.
Somebody else
Whatever.
will take photos.
Okay, so we also talked about this, I think, a little bit in the last episode, but we're going to bring it up again because it's right around the corner. The Porchfest.
Oh,
my gosh! So again, if you haven't watched the video with Vito, we've got the big interview. He told us all about all the music that's going on, all the great food trucks. That is on. Hang on, let me look up my sheet.
It is the first
Thank you.
Saturday in December, for
Yes.
every year.
And so we are amping up ahead of time to let you guys know about that, because you can go ahead right now and put it on your calendar and set it for every month or every year.
Yes, every year. It's the first
first
Saturday of December. So this year it's the 7th, and it starts at 11, but it goes all the way through 7 p.m.
Yes.
So I'm really happy to figure that out, because I've got a 1 o'clock thing. So I think I'll
You
do
might actually be
I,
able to
yes,
make it.
I should be able to make it, because I was really tore up
Then
about it.
for sure we'll have a picture.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Although I've never taken a picture before.
But the time is 9. I got a mean selfie arm, girl. I'll teach you how. All right. So everybody grab your calendars. If you haven't done this already, whether it's on your phone, whether it's on your wall, I say I give you a minute, but you could just hit pause and then
Right. But
run
come back.
Yeah, come back. Yeah.
Don't get
Because
sidetracked.
then you'll just have a calendar. And
Right.
or if you find a dish along the way, put that away. But just come back to us with your calendar. All right. So let's start off with the Craft Beer Festival at the Palatka Riverfront. I love this festival. Again, you want to check out the full Monty about it, about Christian, who is this year's Rotary president and who is leading up the efforts in the Craft Beer Festival. Be sure you check out the link below. The previous video that we've talked about with him, sat down and got the 411. The festival, if you don't know, was originally started by the Palatka Young Professionals. I was with them at the time. It started at the courthouse parking lot.
Oh,
Yep.
right. Yeah.
And that was, I mean, really well done. Eric Levers from at the time Lifted Spirits, which are now at
Leo's, I know.
Super cool.
Very
Great
exciting.
collaboration.
Absolutely.
Sushi and wine and mead and all that.
Did
good
you
stuff.
see sorry, sidetrack. Leo's,
Golf
shucks.
course?
No, Leo has a golf
A
course.
little putt back.
No, that's new. No, his Bloody Mary, his new sushi Bloody Mary.
No,
It looks amazing.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Yes. Okay, sorry, continue.
We digress. So we started off at the parking lot there, and then the next year, I think it ended up because of the weather being in like some kind of warehouse hangar, and then as fast forward, Rotary took it over, and when Christian came in 2 years ago, he headed it up, and I love that he said this. Having helped with a lot of festivals, right? Sometimes you have an idea that like, oh, this makes sense, I can do this. And then sometimes you need help, like a little bit of help. Every festival needs a little bit of help or a lot of bit of help.
A lot.
And so I told him, man, let me help you. I don't mind. Like, let's do it together. And I think we were up till 3 that morning. So we nailed it though. Like it was great. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
So you have the VIP option available at the festival. That is $80.
Okay.
And then general admission is $55. You obviously have to be 21 to partake.
Oh, yeah.
However, it is a family-friendly event.
Most things on the riverfront are family friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. I mean, it is public area. So,
And it's
obviously,
the middle of the day.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can meander around. They have Cholula coming to play. Love them.
Oh, that's so
I love them.
exciting.
Oh my gosh. This year they have some really great swag, just like Porchfest. I think there's going to be some pretty cool dome attire that's being put out there.
Love it.
I'm referencing because there's so much going on. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. So the VIP, you get a specific glass, right? A
commemorative mug.
commemorative glass mug. I don't know. Beer stein. You got to do that when you say it though. And then they're going to have food trucks, and this event is rain or shine. It is no refund, so make sure that if you do clear your calendar, that you come. Either way, pay for the ticket. So VIP starts at noon, and then everything else starts at 1, so they get a little extra.
And
they get a little pre-taste.
Pre-taste.
They tap the
I like it. I like it.
I just came up with that right now. I'm super proud. Anyway, so again, November 23rd, 12 p.m., Palatka Craft Beer Festival put on by the Rotary Club of Palatka. I'm so thankful to be part of that group. They really do
Absolutely.
amazing things. And all the money goes back and gets put right back into the community.
Yes.
And they do some pretty cool stuff. I mean, the
They
park
do.
and the riverfront. I mean,
Yes.
they're performing right where
Yes,
they've been
they
able to
do.
give the amphitheater.
An
So.
amazing. How many members do y'all have?
Oh, well, you caught me off. So I just rejoined.
Okay.
So I had to go back in there. But I will say so I left 2 years ago. I was took a break with my son. And then, it's been about 2 years, and then came back, and they have grown substantially.
Right.
And, I just love that we got a lot of youth, like younger
Right.
demographic in there.
Mhm.
I was going to say youth, and that made me feel so good, but I had to have a reality check.
Because you're not it.
No,
No, I
ma'am.
know.
Though this gray streak does look like blonde.
It
so
looks
it's okay.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's called a money streak, right?
A money piece.
Yeah, money piece. Oh,
Mhm.
killing it.
Mhm.
So
Naturally.
right, exactly. This is a very squirrely episode brought to you by the First Ladies. But they have grown substantially. We have grown substantially. And so
Absolutely.
if you're interested in Rotary, I'll also leave a link below for that. But thank you guys for doing that. And I hope I see you guys out there, because I will definitely be there supporting our cause. So that one's on the 23rd. Now, don't think I'm going to be linear here.
No, absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
No.
Well,
Even my list isn't this time.
we'll
Usually I
refine
try
this.
to. Huh?
We'll refine it.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Because usually I try to put
Or
some
not.
sort of order, but not
No.
today.
And
We're
I
all
was
over the
actually
place.
surprised. November was a lighter month.
It was a lighter month. I
And-
mean, there's something to do in all the days.
Yes.
But unlike October 26th, where there is so much to do,
So many to do.
so many, November was fairly just one day at a time.
Right. So another thing that we want to bring up is the Putnam County Fall Book Fest.
Oh, yeah.
That's new. And that's November
Yes.
13th and 14th. That's going to be held here at the River Center. I say here because it's right behind me. You guys should know that if you're watching the other videos. If you haven't, you should go do that.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be held down here, and it's just going to be a community gathering of local authors. And we have a lot of those.
We do have a surprising number of local artists.
And
I mean, authors.
artists
and
too.
artists.
You're not wrong.
It's true.
You're not wrong. So apparently there was just a new author has joined the community, a young author. I don't know if I guess it would be public. Yeah. So on Interlock and Word of Mouth, Brandon Cummo, who's
Okay.
also been on the podcast, you know what to do at this point if you want to check it out. He just released a book on, he's got an Audible and a digital.
Nice.
Yes.
Audible. That's big time.
Or Kindle. Either way.
Okay.
One of those book
Those are
things.
great.
Yeah, I like Audible too.
Yeah. What's his genre? What's it
So
about?
it's like a hang on, let me not get the genre wrong. Hang on. Cuz
It is surprising how many authors we have here. And I'm very excited. I think the first day of the book festival, I think it's going to be mainly for the authors, and
Correct.
then the second
Correct.
day is going to be for the public.
see, this is why I have you coming in and swooping
Oh,
up and,
yeah,
and reminding me
absolutely.
what to make sure I articulated. But you guys could check it out. We'll leave a link below.
Yes.
I am definitely going to make sure you guys know what it is. I think it's like a sci-fi type thing,
Oh,
like
okay.
a fantasy. Fantasy is probably the word I want to
Okay.
go with. But you give me a second.
Okay. Not spicy?
No, but
Spicy's
I don't. Do we have any spicy authors? We'll
don't
know at the
know.
book club.
We will. Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Now,
let's see
I
what category
personally
it falls
don't read
into.
much spicy, but the girls that I work with, they love some spicy.
I will tell you, I've not read a spicy book before.
Oh, I like murder mystery and history. I am such a nerd.
Oh, girl, me too.
I love history. We were talking about the Wrigley family earlier, and I've decided I need to read up about the Wrigley family. I don't know enough. I've read about the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts and the Mellons
And the Koch brothers.
I have not read about.
Add that
I
one to your
should.
list.
I really should. I really like the the old 1920s era.
Like the mafia. Type.
Yeah, the Gilded Age, the Gilded Age
Yeah.
history, old family money. But so yeah, that's next on my list, and I'll look into the Koch brothers. I
Yeah,
really should,
very
especially
interesting.
since they own GP.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
valid point. So I'm want to call it like that arena. His
Okay.
book. And
Sci-fi.
you know what? I think I didn't say sci-fi, but like
Fantasy.
I haven't got to read it yet. That's on my
Okay.
my list of things, and very excited about that. Maybe when we cover the book club, because I plan on doing that one,
Okay.
we could talk about that. Lots of authors going to be there. Super excited. If you're an author and you're interested, check out the link below, and that'll tell you how you could be a part of the book club. So
Absolutely.
number 2 is November 9th, 5 days, or not November 9th, November 13th and 14th. The 13th is more for authors.
Yes.
And the 14th. And they
14th
have the
is to the
time
public.
detail on the website.
Mhm.
And then the last one, we're going to go back a little bit to October 30th, which is right around the corner. You guys won't see this in time, but it runs through November 10th, October 30th,
Yes.
November 10th. Go on to the River City Players site, link below. The upcoming play, The Cemetery Club, is coming out.
Which I'm excited about. I think it's going to be hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I love all
I
the
got my
production.
tickets as soon as they were announced because, as we all know, I'm still very salty that I missed Gilligan's
Mm-hmm.
Island because it was sold out. But I wasn't allowing that to happen this time.
Don't they have like season tickets? Like you can buy ahead for the whole.
Not that I'm aware of.
They should if they
but
don't.
they should.
Might. Who
I
knows?
don't know. I'll look into that. I'll ask Gay about that.
We will let you know
Yes.
in December because they're going to be having other plays. So
Right.
then you'll know ahead of time.
I think that would be hard for them to do because you'd have to pick a year in advance what day you want to go to a play. You know,
Maybe they always do opening night. I don't know.
maybe. Oh,
Maybe I just made
who
that up.
knows? I don't know.
But it could work out.
Absolutely. Highly recommend.
Early access. Like they could
Early
email
access.
you and be like, boom, here you go.
Yes.
And now you pick your ticket before
I like
your
that.
ticket.
You pick your ticket.
before everybody else does.
I like early access. That's
Yeah.
a good, I can get on board with that. If you're like a friend of the River City Players,
Yeah.
give you a little VIP.
What the players is like golf, right?
Yes.
There's some kind of golf like pun you could throw in there. I'm
I
sure.
should. I'll work on that for
I don't
next
know
time.
anything
I
about
don't
golf.
either.
I
And I will
suck
say,
at
since
that.
we're talking about the play, then I'm going to segue over to Flow Arts for a second because I think that we kind of sleep on Flow Arts in Palatka.
We do. We
And,
do. And they're
so-
very talented.
They are very
Oh my
talented.
gosh.
So they're doing Rocky Horror Show this weekend.
Ah.
I know.
is it on the 26th?
No. No.
Because that's this weekend.
I think it is on the 26th.
Okay.
I think so. But they have a midnight showing.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. How fun
I
is that?
love that. I'm a night owl.
Yeah, absolutely. Good time. But but their November concert series is going to be a dance series. Interpretive dance. From what I read, it's going to be like all kinds of different dance. So
I like that.
I know.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be clicking the link below too
Yes.
because I'm very interested in that.
Yeah.
You know, actually, while we're talking about that, I mentioned the book. I mentioned the River City Players, and also mentioned something else earlier. But we have a raffle going on. Or
Oh.
it's not a raffle. I keep saying it's a raffle. It's not a raffle. You don't buy tickets. It's a drawing for all of you viewers who are subscribed and out there interacting. Stay tuned because I'm going to be giving away 3 Putnam County experience / goods baskets.
Wonderful.
There's going to
That's
be one
amazing.
grand prize winner, and then there's going to be 2 smaller ones, but all of it's curated from Putnam County and might help you with some of the things we're talking about.
Right. Yeah. So, what are the rules? You have to subscribe
Have to
to the
subscribe.
channel,
Yep.
and then you are entered to win.
Yep. So it always
Okay.
helps to follow Facebook because that's where I drop everything. We have an Instagram. You can find all those links here. But you have to be subscribed to the channel. And bonus entry for liking and commenting on your favorite videos.
Oh, bonus.
Bonus. Bonus. I don't know. All right.
And she's been telling me about the different people who have donated. So it is going to be some fabulous swag.
I know a pretty cool salon who also donated.
Well, we'll have to see.
I'll get back with you on that. So Flow Arts, they got the dance concert November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Link below. You know what to do to get in on that. What else you got, sister?
Oh, lots of things. Oh, another thing that I feel like that we sleep on in Palatka is the Putnam County Library System. And
you're not wrong.
I know, and they have great programs. So right now they have, hold on, let me find it on my list. Okay, the Putnam County Library System Super Science with Dr. Holly. So they have, the next one is coming up on November 23rd, and you come and she does some sort of fun science thing. It's geared towards your children, of course.
Hey,
absolutely.
something for them to do.
Absolutely.
Free, right?
Free.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's through the library system. I love free. But it's 10, what in the world? I had a struggle typing this thing out the last time.
It's 10:3600 a.m. and that isn't even what it says.
Anyways, I'm assuming that's supposed to say 10:30 a.m.
The link below
on the 23rd. So definitely we need to work more on getting the public library programs out in the community.
Absolutely. What a great resource.
It is a great resource.
It is I think it's undervalued or
very underutilized.
Under discussed. I don't know.
Yes.
But now here we are talking about it.
We're talking about it. All right. Oh, Dunn's Creek State Park is having a benefit. November 2nd, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I just saw a little blurb about this, and it seems like it's going to be a great time. They're going to have
you been
food.
out there?
No.
Girl. So they have the original, I guess it would be the trailhead entry, right?
Right.
And then further out, they have done some work. I don't know if it's new. It was new to me. I took the kids out there fishing. They have like a dock that you can walk down, and then they have a little picnic area, and all the trails lead back together. It is gorgeous out there. It is a winding path to get to it. And at one point, I was like, "Are we lost?" I turned left the right place. So, but it is worth the drive.
Well, I will definitely, I plan to check it out because like I said, I've never been out there. We'll see.
Okay.
I'll try.
Just keep texting you every day.
Pictures.
Yes. You can actually schedule text ahead now. Just forewarning for you.
Oh, thanks. Good to know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to silence you.
Okay. We'll be back.
I'm joking.
You got a month before you have to deal with me again.
So that's at the beginning. They're going to have food trucks, tram tours through the park.
What's a tram?
Like a little train or a trolley. I think a tram is like a little train.
Trolley, little train.
Well, at Disney, because I do Disney all the time, and so what they call a tram is what you ride from the parking lot to the park.
Okay.
So that little open air.
I wonder how they're going to do that. I asked that because I was trying to figure out how you would tram tour the park.
Right. I don't know. Because I know that the Ravines...
Got to be there to find out.
You do. Yeah, that's a good point. Good job. The Ravines has this cool trailer that it kind of looks like one of those tram cars that they pull behind a truck. And it's got, I don't know, 6 bench seats in it that'll hold probably 12 people or something, and it's covered.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's something similar to that.
I dig it. And maybe it's the one from the Ravines.
Might be. Well, because it's a state park.
We'll know
so
when
that makes sense. They could probably share. Fundraisers, benefits, missions, all kinds of some fun stuff. So check that out on the 2nd.
And it's outdoors. I love that we utilize the outdoors so much. We have such a I will say undervalued resource in the river. Like I mean the Bassmaster Elite comes here and films.
Yes.
Like in our hometown.
Well,
like what?
I mean, on that same note, bass. Oh shoot, what are they called? The
Gibsons?
No, the bass.
Oh, I like this game. Okay,
the store, the big store.
Oh yeah. I just said Bass Pro.
Bass Pro. Good job.
Winner.
Yay. Yay! You know, I mean, if Bass Pro is coming here and we don't know what they're doing, and I'm not going to speculate in any kind of stretch of any
Not on film,
imagination,
at least.
right? What they're doing, but what we do know is they have purchased a lot of our land, and whether they do nothing with it or whether they develop it, it really proves up to that point that we have something beautiful
Oh my
here.
gosh.
We have so much to offer, and you just have to get out and experience it.
You know where I went for the first time?
Where?
Three Bananas.
I love Three Bananas.
I know you made me think about that. I was out partnering with Crescent City on a project, and they were meeting at Three Bananas. I was like, well, perfect. I haven't been there,
Perfect. I'll
so
be
I
there.
look forward to sharing more about that.
Yes.
They're having. Y'all won't be able to go unless you're on Facebook. I'm sorry. I can't tell y'all everything. I try.
We try.
But they're
There's a lot.
having a pet costume contest.
So fun.
Not pause for a cause, but it was cute. You can find it online. Three
So
Bananas
fun.
posted about it. So cute.
Yeah, and they're on the water.
I posted on the Facebook page. Just kidding. I told y'all. If you're followed on Facebook, you know.
Oh, so that's another
they're on the
incentive
water.
to follow us on Facebook.
That's actually what got me to that thought was they were on the water. So.
And we all know how I love restaurants on the water.
Right. And I don't have a boat, and I wouldn't know the same experience, but you're going to take me next time you.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely. Okay, so what else is on my list? Oh, look. Did we go through it? Flow
We
Arts,
did.
Putnam County.
But I got a couple things I could throw out there.
Well, I am still going to talk about the tour of homes from the Women's Club.
Yeah.
So that's, I didn't
I
write
will
down
allow
the-
it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. So look for that tour of homes on in December, and we have, I think we're up to 7 homes, in historic homes that you can go in. They'll of course be decorated for Christmas. You'll get to, I know, go in and experience.
Will there be cider?
Well, that's an excellent question. So each house can choose to serve refreshments or not. So that's really up to them.
You better call somebody. I feel like now I need cider to do this.
If they feel comfortable with you walking around their house with refreshments, right? Or maybe you could grab it on the way out. But yeah. And I love
yourself.
that.
Girl, know yourself.
Right, exactly. And of course, as I just stated, I'm a history nerd, and so they have a lot of history in the brochure on each individual house, so you can read up about the houses. And Larry Beaton really helps us with that a lot.
If you haven't watched this, Larry,
yes,
I'm trying. I want to have Larry. Part of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
He is very familiar with my phone number. One day.
Y'all work on Larry because he needs to just share his knowledge.
Oh my gosh, yes. And one of the things that we've been doing on the channel, you guys will get to experience it soon, as we actually went on some home tours. Mr. Sam Deputy over at Deputy's Attic, which will roll right into the next event, helped arrange some of the historic home tours. Incredible.
Yes.
Incredible. Like,
yes,
you can feel the history.
Mm-hmm.
You envision what it was like in these. Oh my gosh, I just love it.
I'm just in awe at the craftsmanship.
Right.
You know, I grew up in a construction family. My father owned a construction company my whole life. And so we always were in houses, building houses, all the things. And of course, no shame to my dad. He does amazing work. But the craftsmanship from these historic homes, well, they had more time. They had more.
I mean, we had the mill, all the wood mill, wood mill, cypress mill.
Cypress. Yeah, it's a wood mill. Yeah.
A wood mill. Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. I see what you did there.
And so it's nice. And we were talking earlier on a different thing about pocket doors. And oh my gosh, my grandparents' historic home in the historic North Historic District, South Historic District. Oh Lord, I could be shot for that.
Okay. I don't know if you can say that. I mean, you did, but
I
go
did.
ahead. We'll find out.
It had these amazing pocket doors, and that's something that is hidden most of the time. But everybody just took such pride in their craft in those days, and so when we walk into those homes, I'm just so jealous.
There is, I don't know if this is on a tour. I was very thankful. There is a home that's downtown, and I've seen some incredible things in those historic homes, and I haven't toured them all. The ones I've seen, absolutely stunning. The Grand Gables is one of the highlights of that.
Absolutely.
Probably some of the most unique craftsmanship
Absolutely.
in existence from that period.
Yes.
There was a home that I got to go into, and I don't know what they're called, but they're when your door and the door frame, right? And the little hinge, I guess, would just be the door hinge.
Oh my God, they're even gorgeous.
Elaborate.
Yes.
Carved. And they had, all original, stunning. Like, I went home and I was like, well, this is hideous.
Exactly.
I don't like this.
I don't like this.
It is not
so
ornate.
plain.
No, but they were just breathtaking. So I love that. You guys know we love history here. So please be sure you take the time to appreciate the history that is in your community, not just in Palatka, but all over our community. Crescent City has a home tour as well.
I did the Crescent City home tour years ago.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh my gosh. Well, that is something that is on my to-do list. Maybe we could do that together.
I would love to.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got a couple more to mention real quick. November 3rd, again, all over the calendar here, but November 3rd, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. is a pop-up community event by Burnt Ends Barbecue. You can check that out, link below. And I found out that while there's all this music going on, that you can get warmed up for December and November. That's a weather pun, and I didn't know it. By heading over to the Boys Ranch is putting on, they call it At the Ranch, right? A bluegrass music festival. How
and it's
fun.
Multiple days.
November 7th through the 9th.
Yeah.
So I think they do, you can camp out there, but there's information
You've
below.
not been. You've not seen.
Clearly.
Oh my goodness. People come in from all over the country, and these campers, I can't even tell you how many campers, several hundred people come in with their campers, and they are not little tiny campers.
They're glamping?
They are glamping.
Glampers. Okay.
Yes, these
Very
things
cool.
are huge campers, and they'll have vendors out there. Of course, the bluegrass music, food. Oh, the food is so
My
good.
mouth watered again. I need a snack, I guess. But again, like we always talk about, whoever says there's nothing to do in Putnam County,
You're just not looking
Challenged.
around.
challenged.
Yep.
I feel like I could, if I can, the dance challenge, whatever. I might edit that out. Who knows? But yeah, there's lots of things to do. Even though there was, I felt like compared to October, there wasn't a lot going on. All right, so I cannot believe I missed it. November 29th, 7 p.m., the 113th Christmas parade.
Isn't that crazy?
113.
113.
113.
That means 113 years this has been going on.
113.
Yeah. It's not like it's twice a year. It's once a year. So that means 113 years.
113. And Sam does a wonderful job of keeping diversity and bringing in unique things. And he told the whole history of this. And if you act surprised, we're going to fight, because you can go back and watch that.
the podcast.
Watch the podcast. I love that. I loved hearing him talking about all the things that he's done. Everything I mean, it's just so fun.
And the amount of passion that he has for
Oh
Palatka.
my gosh. Love it. Love him.
Yeah. And he comes from an old family that's been here a long time.
They've been watching the parade for a long time.
A long time. Yep.
And families, that's their tradition. They eat Thanksgiving and then go to the parade.
Go to the parade the next day. Yeah. Do all their shopping. They're exhausted from Black Friday shopping.
No. I did that a couple years.
No.
I'm not reminding y'all of Black Friday. I did that a couple years. I can't fist fight for a $5 toaster.
No.
It's not actually. It's not the same as it used to be.
No, it's not.
Because there's a Black Friday twice a year at least on Amazon, on Walmart, So the in-store thing, I mean, it wasn't like when like Tickle Me Elmo was out and like everybody
Oh my
was like
gosh.
decking it out over
Yeah, fighting
ha-ha
over
hee-hees.
toys. No. And I am not an early riser, especially after Thanksgiving when I've had, a day of
Too
champagne
much
and
tryptophan.
and a day of food. I like to shop from my bed. It's a great place to do my shopping from.
Though it would be cool, I'm sure. You guys keep a lookout. I bet there's going to be some Black Friday specials with our local businesses. And we can always support
right.
local.
Well, and then that Saturday is Shop Small.
Yeah, girl.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and
so whatever date that is.
Well, it would be the 30th, right? Because the 29th is Friday.
Like yeah.
So the 30th would be Saturday, Shop Small. And typically the downtown businesses have a lot going on for the Shop Small Saturday.
I love me an antique store.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
That's
good
a
stuff.
history thing.
Yeah.
So you guys should have a full calendar now.
Calendar.
And you should have tons to do. Drop a comment below and let us know what you're looking forward to most.
Absolutely.
And again,
or if you have an event that we didn't mention,
Oh,
drop
yeah,
it
yeah.
below so that others can see it.
Yep. If you shoot us a message, I'll be happy to share it on Facebook.
Yes.
Just get the word out there. And if you're interested in advertising with us, we have those opportunities
We
now.
sure do.
We'd be happy to have you
Yay.
come be on the podcast, talk a little bit about the history and what you have going on. But until next month,
We will see you out there.
she had that tagline and I wanted to hear what it sounded like. And it was better than I expected. See ya out there.
Yep,
No,
absolutely.
you did the whole you. I can't do ya.
Yeah.
See you out there. I like it.
Sometimes I will throw the little slang in my vocab, but for the most part, I like to use whole words.